Of the association, and I'd like to say good evening to everybody. The purpose of my attending this meeting tonight consists of a series of events that took place starting in November 2008 for an intended driveway into the Wiacek farm property as we know it. In November, members of our community who walk the boulevard every day noticed some white paint marks in the street at the curb, about 75 feet from our entrance, and it's quite close proximity to our property, and I have some photos here to show you that as well. Being president, they did call me and asked if I knew what the purpose was, and I told them I did not know, and I asked them if they wouldn't take it upon themselves to call several departments in the town to find out what exactly that was for. They reported back to me saying that it was to be a driveway, but that no one would say why. Either they did not know or they were not at liberty to say. So in December, we asked our property management company to write to the mayor and get an explanation for this driveway into the Wiacek farm property, and they did. And I have a copy of that letter as well. In January of '09, the mayor left a message to Mr. Testani, our property manager, and stated that he was in receipt of this letter, but did not leave any information. So I took it upon myself to call the mayor's office, and I did speak with Cindy, the secretary, and I asked her to ask the mayor to simply put a letter out stating the purpose of the driveway into that property, so I could pass it along to the executive board and other members of my community. And she said to me that he wanted to speak to me personally, that he didn't want to write a letter. And I said that was fine. Well, we played phone tag for about a week, and I said this isn't going to work. And she arranged for the mayor to call me at my home Sunday morning at 11 o'clock on January 25th. I spoke to the mayor, and I asked him right out the purpose of the driveway. And his answer to me was he intended to relocate and move the school buses to that area. I immediately asked him why, and he said to be more centrally located. I told him that we would not tolerate such a thing in this residential neighborhood, that it would be unsightly and certainly decrease the property values. And he said, well, no one wants it in their backyard. And I said, least of all the residents of Summerfield, and that he would be hearing from us. I notified the committees, of which we have many at Summerfield Gardens, because they are very active people, and so here we are. I want to add that under the zoning limitations, the Wiacek farm is in an R1 zone. This bus service is privately contracted, not city-owned, and the proposed use of this beautiful farm property does not fall under permitted uses and would prohibit the zoning regulations. In 2004, the Board of Aldermen approved a bonding resolution of $3 million for the purchase of the Wiacek property as open space. The proposed use violates the terms of the referendum that was approved by Shelton voters. A City of Shelton bus yard does not come under that description. At the Conservation Commission meeting of January 15th, 2009, the City of Shelton Open Space Plan revised in January of '09 states a major goal, which was item 3 from the Trails Committee: construct the Pagasa Trail from Indian Wells State Park to the cul-de-sac on Mayflower Lane and the Wiacek open space to the Turkey Trot Trail at Constitution Boulevard. And we would very much like to see that happen. Use this beautiful open space Wiacek farm property for the purpose it was intended. I have photos of it. It's absolutely beautiful property. The Board of Aldermen approved the open space purchases with tremendous public support, including the Wiacek farm near the Shelton High School. As taxpayers in a residential area who take great pride in their community, do not want our property values decreased because of a bus yard in our neighborhood. And I have photos of where the buses are now. It's not pretty. The benefits of open space besides economics include recreation, quality of life, and environmental. I thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak?